Good morning, everyone. Getting closer and closer to Christmas, getting closer and closer to the end of the week. And so what we're going to do today, we are going to review for our quiz that you're going to take tomorrow on Friday, okay? And so you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil so you can write down these notes so that way you can study them and get used to them and use them on your quiz that's coming up tomorrow, all right? So when you have your pencil and paper ready, go ahead and unpause the video and then we'll get started on that. All right, so let's go look at our notes. All right, so here's the first page of your notes. It's going to be front and back, but of course it's our week 9 quiz review, and our quiz is going to be on Friday, December 11th. And these first 5 rights are what we talked about earlier this week. They're all part of the First Amendment. We have freedom of religion, which means we can go to church if we want to, or we can choose not to go to church. The government can't make us do one or the other, and also the government can't tell us which church to go to. We also have freedom of speech, which means we can speak our opinions about the government. Doesn't mean we get to say whatever we want and whenever we want, but we are able to give our opinions without any punishment. Then we have freedom of the press, which means our news stations, newspapers, all those people can report the truth, whether good or bad, and they can also have the right to report their opinion, okay? Then, of course, the right to assemble. We can gather in large groups, okay? We have that right in our country. And then, of course, the right to petition. We can tell our government our concerns and our requests. And then, of course, right here, the Second Amendment down here at the bottom, that's the right to bear arms. We have the right to own and use weapons to protect ourselves, okay? Now, if you want to hit pause so you can finish copying this, I'll give you a few seconds to hit pause. And then, of course, when you're done and ready for the next slide, go ahead and hit unpause. All right, so here's the back side. Of course, I just did on another sheet of paper, but here's the back side of it, all right? So the Third Amendment, soldiers cannot stay in your home, at least not without your permission. And of course, it's different during wartime. If there was ever a war here in the United States, that would be a little bit different. But just for right now, you can understand that soldiers are not allowed to stay in your home without your permission. And then, of course, the Fourth Amendment, unreasonable search and seizure. Police cannot search your home without your permission or without a warrant, okay? That one's very important. And then, of course, the Fifth and Sixth Amendments are talking about rights if you are arrested, okay? So, for example, in the Fifth Amendment, you have the right to remain silent. You cannot be tried twice for the same crime, and a grand jury must approve your trial. And then, of course, in the Sixth Amendment, that's the right to a lawyer. Make sure you have a fair trial that's open to the public, and it needs to be done on time, a speedy trial. So again, I'll just wait right here or pause for a second so that way you guys can finish copying that down. All right, and that's all you've got for today, okay? So make sure you get those notes copied so you can use them on the quiz. And then, of course, make sure that you look over them so you're very familiar with them, so that way when the quiz comes around, you're ready for it, okay? If you have any extra time, don't forget to go back and look and see if there's anything that you are missing in social studies. There are a lot of people with a lot of missing work, so let's please make sure we are taking care of that, because next week is the last day of the 9 weeks. So you have till next Friday to get all of that turned in. So let's make sure we're staying on top of it, staying ahead of the game, and getting those things turned in. All right? Other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow for your quiz. All right? Have a good one.